What is?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What
favorite
color
child.
is mom's toothbrush? Pink.
I was just in there.
You had a sleepover. What is it?
Pink.
I don't know if that was her toothbrush.
Oh yeah.
All right, keep going.
What was it?
It was a.
Was it a battery operated
It
toothbrush?
was a bleep. It just bleeped it out. I can't say it. Won't let
Was
me.
it a battery
It was
operated
a bleep.
toothbrush?
It bleeped it out. Your system's bleeping it out again. I can't say
Oh
it.
shit.
Battery operated toothbrushes are best for your gums.
He said it. Go ahead. You recorded?
Welcome to the podcast of
gonna have
Science
to
of
redo- you're gonna
Stigma.
have
Yeah,
to
because
read
it
that.
sounds like garbage.
So some people have editors where they'll tune this in and out whenever somebody gets loud. Go.
Do I say it as loud as that or what?
You can say it as loud as you want.
Welcome to the podcast of Silencing of Stigma.
Good. Go. Do it again. I don't care. What are you fucking doing?
I had
I
to
don't
do
know.
it like
What do you
5
want me to
times
do?
when I did it.
Go.
Introduce yourself then afterwards, who you are.
Welcome to the podcast of Silence of Stigma. This is Dylan here.
No, that's...
Okay, this is BS.
He does this to me. He made me do something like 5 times the other week.
Because
Yeah,
you're thinking about it too much, and then you don't know what to say, and then you're not yourself.
All right, are we recording?
Then you're not yourself. Yeah, we're recording. Everything's fucking going on.
Welcome to the podcast of Silencing of Stigma. This is Dylan speaking. We got Austin and Kathy Kirshner here with us. We're doing a special edition Mother's Day podcast. We're going to be asking Kathy a lot of questions, and we got some for Austin. So, who wants to start?
Go
Well,
for
this
it.
This is coming out Sunday.
I guess I'll
Sunday
start.
on Mother's Day.
So this
yeah.
is Dylan here speaking. That was my little kid voice working with Chase all the time. I'm just gonna ask my mom a couple questions here, I guess, and we're just gonna roll with it like we always do. They're just gonna be random questions. Found them online, and yeah, let's do it. So, first question: what is the most rebellious thing you ever did in high school?
rebellious. Explain. Against the rules? Is that what that means?
Well,
Naughty.
first off, I'm just going to start by saying I didn't know what the topic was tonight, so I did not practice or hear these before to now. And it's pick on mom night, but okay.
I didn't know we were picking on mom. Did you
I
know we were
didn't.
picking on mom?
I don't know.
I don't think I heard any,
Okay.
I
any
didn't
jokes
hear
on her
anything
yet.
either.
Yeah.
All right. What's the question?
What is the most rebellious thing you ever did in high school?
Well, in my terms, I played hooky, but that means I skipped school
To do what?
to hang out with your dad.
Do kids do that nowadays?
I don't
Play
know if they
hooky?
call it hooky. You guys just, there's another term for it.
What is it?
What do you do when you guys skip out of school one day? Everybody skips out.
It's hooky.
Is it hooky?
I don't remember that. But yeah. I've heard of it, but I didn't think our generation didn't use that term.
Well, there's new terms for everything in different generations.
Continue.
Yeah. So I played hooky. So dad acted like my dad, called into the school and said that I wouldn't be in, and they put him on hold. And the vice principal got on the phone and he said he was my dad and he didn't believe it, and so dad just hung up. He didn't play along.
So did you get in trouble?
Yeah, I called my mom and told her what happened and told her to call the school and tell them that it was my dad. And they got disconnected and I had to go to school.
All right. Next one. What's one thing you wish you did differently before you got married or had kids?
Oh, shit. That's deep.
It's not deep. I
Well,
always
then answer it.
I always wanted to be a nurse, so I wish I would have went to school and became the nurse.
So you wanted to you would go to college.
I would go to college just to be a nurse.
Why'd you want to be a nurse?
Since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a nurse. I always played doctors at home with baby dolls
And
and
your Barbies.
Is it because you like to help people out?
Maybe that's what.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I always wanted to be a nurse. Maybe that's
Title
why.
of the podcast: things I didn't know about my mom.
Yep.
Because
Or
I like to
we
be.
didn't know.
I like to help people, but yeah, I always wanted to be a nurse.
Anything else?
Nope.
Would you go back and, if you could, would you want to be a nurse now?
No. I still want to help people, but knowing what I know now, what I've learned over the last year starting this podcast, I would love to be a counselor.
It's never too late.
It's not too late. Maybe someday I will be that counselor.
Counselor for what?
Mental health, drug addiction.
Okay. Next.
It's just going to be an hour of questions.
What question do you wish you could ask your mom?
Is this like right now, in the present moment, or is this like back then?
I guess at any time. I mean, it would have to be now because
What question would I ask her if she was alive today?
sure.
So for the listeners, she's passed away.
Yeah, mom's been gone 7 years.
Okay.
What question would I ask her?
You're putting her on the spot right now.
No, I'm trying to think.
These are tough
No,
questions.
that's a tough question. I think I would ask her.
Did we mention the cats in the room?
Yeah, we have
That was before we started.
Penny.
But yeah,
Penny
we
in the room with us
that's
right
my
now.
that's my daughter.
That's Dylan's first child, Penny, first animal kid. I would probably ask her. So there was a situation that happened with my sister, when probably I was married. There was a situation with my sister, and I probably would like to ask her why she chose what she chose to do in that circumstance. It's a little vague, but I have a lot of questions about an incident that happened that I would like to know her side of that story, because
Gotcha.
I've never been able to ask her that.
Nothing about you? You and her
Well,
relationship?
Well, she and I didn't have we had a relationship in the end, but as growing up, as I shared in that other podcast, we weren't really that close. She was angry that I spoke to my dad. So, I mean, I've asked those questions why that was, and she felt as though he didn't deserve my attention. And she did because she raised us, but I don't really technically have any questions. I mean, in the end, we had a good relationship, except when I didn't bring her tea.
Yeah, I was the backup.
But yeah,
Next. All right, moving on next.
Can I ask you how many questions you got?
Just a couple more.
Okay.
I
Just
got
one?
s-
I was
got
just
s-
curious.
I got
Just
something for
curious.
you. If you had all the money to do one thing right now, what would you do?
I would open up a recovery house similar to the JFT Just for Today recovery house that just opened on Market Street. I will maybe still do that someday. I don't have to have all the money in the world to do that, but that's my goal someday.
So that goes along with the next question. What is a goal you want to achieve in the next 10 years?
A goal I want to achieve in the next 10 years is probably awareness to stigma, not necessarily just drug abuse. We're learning there's so much stigma out there. There's so many mental health issues. All of us struggle with different things, and I would like to take the stigma away, that people could talk about mental health issues, drug addiction, suicidal thoughts as easily and as accepting as cancer and any mental physical illness that there is, that people could
Do you ever think we'll get to a point where we'll get rid of all of it?
never. We never will. But if we can bring the awareness to it, I'd like to be part of that. And I'm working on that right now.
All right. Next one. What's the hardest thing about being a mom? What's the best thing about being a mom? So we'll start with the hardest.
The hardest thing for me is losing Kyle.
That's not necessarily
But
what I'm
the
going
hardest
toward. I'm
thing-
going towards like as your like
As a mom,
as a mom, not as
as not as me as a mom, but as a mom in general.
Like mom
just
duties,
just,
responsibilities?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
being a mom. Like
Well,
yeah.
being a mom, the hardest thing is seeing your kids being bullied or not being able to give your kids what other moms can give their kids.
Did you experience that?
No, I pretty much gave you guys what you
Now
needed, but
so you're trying to talk for other moms then?
he just said as a mother.
Well, I'm saying as you, but not as in like, yeah, we know that was the hardest thing, but I'm talking like that's the hardest life event, I would say. What's the hardest thing about just being a mom, like everyday
for
mom?
me, I
for-
thought you meant in general
no,
for mothers.
for you,
for
like
me,
everyday, just
So
an
if
everyday
that
mom.
situation didn't happen,
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm not asking
okay.
for that.
I thought you meant
That's
for,
a life event.
Yes.
I'm saying like
Okay.
everyday mom duties.
I got it. My mom duties. The hardest thing for me was
Was or is?
Is it's not was it
is what is right now.
like in general, like in life, I guess was or is.
It can be was or is, yeah.
Well, the hardest thing of being a mother is always worrying about your kids, no matter how old they are. Like you worry about things.
Like what?
Just,
where they're at.
just no, not necessarily where they're at. Like
They
you
gonna get
worry,
beat
are
up
they
on the school
going?
grounds?
You worry about.
They gonna
So worried that she
succeed?
doesn't even answer her phone.
I'm.
Are they gonna succeed in life?
you sound so worried that she doesn't even answer her phone.
I worry
They're
that.
fine. They're doing good.
No. I worry that you have what you need. I worry that you're happy. I worry financially. I mean, we just talked about the stock beforehand. Like, I just worry. As a mother, you're always going to worry about your kids.
So what's the best thing?
The best thing is my kids. So it's like, it's kind of like flip flop. So the best thing
Double-edged
about being
sword.
a mom, the best thing and the best time I had being a mom was actually watching you two play basketball and Kyle do his baseball. Like, I really enjoyed watching you guys grow up and interact and be successful at school and sports. I don't know what we would have did if my kids weren't athletic. I mean, we joke about Chase right now.
Playing in a band.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm sports oriented and I enjoyed that the most.
All right, next one. What do you miss the most about being a kid?
Well, that's hard to answer because I don't remember being a kid. Well, I guess what I missed most growing up is, I don't know. I would say freedom, but I have freedom now. So growing up, what I miss most about my childhood is, I don't know.
I can't remember my childhood really.
I don't really remember.
But is that necessarily a good thing? Because if you think about it, you were living in the moment. You weren't really thinking, like, you didn't have a worry in the world. If you think about it, kids nowadays, you watch how they interact and they're acting. What do they do? They smile. They play with their toys. Like, there's not even a care in the world. Like, they don't care about what's going on in the world, who's out. Like, they're just living life in the present, and that's what they're doing.
Some of them are on social like phones and stuff.
And then again, it depends on the age.
That's true.
So if I would say, the thing I would say if you would ask me that question is probably almost along the lines that you said, like freedom, like just your living in the present, not worrying about things. Just you don't have to worry about any responsibilities really, depending on your age.
Right, so you're carefree. So
Yeah.
you don't.
You dream like a kid, basically, like you dreamt of being a nurse. Like you had dreams when you were
Yes.
kids, and you would see yourself and act as if you were that dream already. You would dress up as a nurse. You would do weird Power Rangers with cowboy boots and cowboy boots. I mean, cowboy hats. Remember?
Yep.
We had those little toy guns. You remember that picture?
Yes.
Like that's kids. We didn't fucking
Yeah.
care about anything.
Yeah. So that.
Now
was,
look, we have responsibilities. We got to make money. We got to have a job. We got to do all these things that society says we need.
Gotta get the cat off the counter.
Go ahead.
He's fine.
Um,
She's watching out the window. But yeah, I don't know anything that I did as a child that I would want to go back and do. There's nothing like I played basketball. I did that. and I worked.
All right. Next one. What was your life like before you had kids?
It was carefree. I had Kyle when I was 20.
This is before.
Right. So before that, I was working. I guess my life before kids was very crazy because Dad and I moved to Florida when I was 17 after I graduated from high school. We literally had, at one point,
How much older is he than you?
5 years. So I was 17 plus 5.
I got you.
So that's what our life was. We literally lived in apartments. It was 5 and 6 people in one little 2-bedroom apartment. We all worked at the same place. We all drank at night together. We all were swimming. We were in Florida at the beach every day. That's what our life consisted of. Constant partying. That's
Yeah,
what
down
we
the
did.
bungalow.
No, the bungalow was in Pennsylvania. This was in Florida. At one point, we had 5 guys from Penn State, Maine State College, live with Dad and I.
I know what your questions are going to be to me.
Oh, you Googled them?
Go. Keep going.
Well, you got scared.
No, I'm not scared.
He's pre-planning. I don't get to pre-plan.
We're not pre-planning.
Okay.
All right. What was the biggest risk you have ever taken in your life, and do you regret it?
Dude, there's some thinking involved in
Yeah.
these questions.
The biggest risk I took was giving up my full-time job after you 2 were born. Because Dad and I, we had 3 little ones. We just bought a house. And we took the risk of me quitting my job and figuring out how we were going to financially make it. Luckily, I was able to work 2 days a week, so we went part-time so that I could spend time with you kids, and we gave things up so that I could stay home, and I do not regret that at all. Kind of like what Tori's doing now. We had to give something up. We were used to the same amount of money every week, and I got paid pretty well, and we gave that up. So that was a risk we took, and in the end, it worked
Paid
out.
off.
Yep.
All right. What moment in my life were you proudest of me? And we'll do Austin then.
This
too.
is, Dylan speaking. This is the
What
youngest.
moment in your life
youngest
was I the
child.
most
I already know
proudest
this
of
answer.
you?
Yeah, I already know it.
What is it?
With Chase.
I see
No.
questions, Dylan.
That's a good question, but yeah, that wasn't my most with you. That was Chase. That Chase is different. Like I was,
Yeah, I guess.
am I proud that you created a
As
son?
a family,
yes. But you personally, the most thing that I'm proud of now, if I think about it, is how you stood up for yourself during that whole basketball situation. I was proud of you that you decided to make a decision, something you truly loved to do, but it wasn't a fair situation and you did what you wanted to do for yourself. I was very proud that you made, even though I was upset, I'm proud that you made that decision because that means you think for yourself and you do for yourself and you don't let people walk all over you.
Right on. What about Austin?
quitter.
He wasn't a quitter.
Never went out that season. I didn't quit.
He didn't quit. He just didn't return one year. But I respected that. That was his choice. And we talk about choices all the time. And Dylan wasn't going to feed into people ask him. He made his own decision.
Real quick off
and
that
did it.
question. Do you regret quitting that year?
I don't think I regret it. There was times where I was watching you play and I wish I was out there just to freaking yell at you.
You were on
I
the-
was so aggravated at half the games. It's my competitiveness because when I used to watch Tori at her soccer games, I used to get so ticked off at her and her team because they get pushed around. And I'm like sitting there. I'm like, you gotta be pushing back.
All right. Now, wait a minute.
Wait.
Now, wait a
This
minute.
connects back to you because
So when I'm yelling in
Yeah.
the stands, it's because
It's
I'm
rubbing off.
competitive.
I learned it
And
from you.
So I vocalized it. I never put other players down, but I was very vocal with you to the point where
I didn't yell at her. Like I waited until after the game to talk to her.
Well, I
That's
did
what
the
they
same.
did.
But I
Remember,
no,
we would have you would get in the van or the car,
the van.
and you would. I remember this from junior high. We were playing a game, and I thought we lost, and I thought I played the worst game ever. And I'm like, head down, like get in the van, like just chilling, like oh, all right, I'm ready to get yelled at. They're like, oh, you had the best game of the season. What?
Well, that's when you made those 3-pointers.
I think that's all I did.
Yeah. I think you had. That's the game you made like 7 of
But
them.
anyway,
You
that's all
can't
you
help
did.
it.
But anyway,
But yeah, so that he gets that from me because
could that like create a problem in your kid?
yeah, it
Telling
did.
them they're not-
Clearly, I
Obviously.
learned it, and then I'm bumping it down to somebody
Yeah,
else.
so now wait
Did
for
you
a
see?
taste.
Did you see it as I'm not good enough in their eyes, or did you say, hey, like okay, they're right.
Not-
I need
not-
to work on these things and they get better.
I never took it as like. I always took it as like I took it and I got ticked off and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do better. I never took it and like kind of like shrunk down
Yeah,
and
like downgrade
So it was
yourself.
constructive criticism.
yes, like I took it and I used it to get better.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I did get out of control because that one time Dylan stopped dribbling the basketball, looked right at me on the bleachers, and put his finger up to tell me to be quiet. So
I remember that.
yeah.
All right, what about Austin?
Read the question again. What was the
What moment in Austin's life were you proudest of him?
Oh shit!
I was proud
Because
of him.
the open with the
Yes, exactly. I was proud of how he handled that situation.
What do you mean? He puked all over the inside of your car.
Austin
I
was,
think we need to tell that story.
Austin was very controlled that day.
That's when we tell your story podcast. We don't need to hear that now.
Okay.
Okay.
I just told the guys at work about the whole situation.
Oh, they don't remember it.
Oh, they do.
They have PTSD because of it.
They could. I mean, that was not.
No.
You don't.
Now everybody's gonna want to know the story, so we'll hold off on that one.
Okay, so I need to come up with something else.
Yeah.
No.
How
No,
do you
you can say that. Just go ahead and say
I was
it.
proud of how he handled that situation. He was in the ambulance.
Bro, I was on fucking morphine in the hospital.
You weren't.
How
That
do you
was, that
expect
was
me-
in the hospital.
How do you
shocked.
expect me to freaking handle that situation?
All right. Well, another situation that he handled that I was proud of, and we talked about this before too, is when he fell asleep or whatever happened that day that he hit that tractor trailer.
Why is this all like negative events?
No, that's not negative. That's
Jeez,
positive.
bro.
It's my
She's
failures.
proud that
No.
you ran
That-
in the back of
it's
that
No,
trailer.
no, no. I'm proud. I'm proud at how he handled the situation.
It's my failures that make me who I am
No,
today.
it was not. That's not a failure. It's how he handled that situation.
How did I handle it?
You were calm.
Because he was
And
already
he
he's
learned-
still half asleep.
Yeah, I
when he-
just woke up. I just woke up.
Jeez.
And again, for you listeners, she didn't answer her phone or my dad.
I think I did. No,
I had
you
to
didn't.
answer.
I didn't
I-
call you. I didn't call you.
I answered.
Sorry if my audio is all over the place.
I didn't answer when you had the knee incident because I was at work.
Yeah, nobody
called
ever
you
answered
back.
any of my issues.
And then I did answer
never called me or
with
else I
the
would've.
accident. I did call with the accident.
Anyway,
Okay,
you-
so they're negative. Let me give you a positive where I was proud of him. And this has to do
Jeez, she was proud of you a lot, bro.
with this has to do with you at basketball.
Are
Oh
you
my
trying to
god.
hint at
Okay, so
favorite
here we
child?
go, mommy.
Maybe.
It's mommy.
I'm 7 minutes older.
No, you're the second favorite.
Listen.
Don't even get me started.
So that
Okay.
means I'm the last favorite.
So the one moment that I was proud
From
of,
the second, I'm the last.
No, you're the
he was the only one planned.
means
you're the first one.
You're no
after-
favorite.
Okay, I got you. Whatever.
He's
All right,
my
keep
favorite
going.
now because he gave me my first grandson. So now he's my favorite. But one
That's
of the
not true. Chase is her favorite.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
even in the picture.
I love Chase. He's my best favorite grandson.
He's also somebody
He's-
else's favorite.
He's also your only grandchild.
I know, but right now he's my favorite. Even
right,
with the
that
little
we know
bump
of.
on his head.
Keep going.
Yeah, I might have another one, remember?
Anyway, we're getting off topic here.
I'm
Anyway, so one of the moments I was proud of Austin is this was during basketball as well. It was their senior year, and the coach was taking Dylan out.
I don't remember this.
I
You
don't
do
either.
so. And Austin said to the coach, "Take me out and let Dylan play."
No.
Yes, that is the truth.
How'd you know? Can you hear me on the court?
Yeah, how do you know this?
Because you told me.
Were we like mic'd up
I
or
s-
something?
I s- yeah.
No, you were not mic'd up, but you.
It's one of those lip sync things
No.
like they do on ESPN.
No, but
He's funny dude.
I'm pretty
though.
sure I didn't tell
He's a good
coach take me out, put him in. I said we need to put
Yeah.
Dylan back in.
He didn't say take him out. He said put Dylan
yeah,
back
but he
in.
took you out, at that
Maybe
point.
because I said that.
You said at any point you recognized that somebody else that your brother needed to play.
All right, so you took up for me. Good job.
Next question.
Round of applause.
But I'm not sure this who
Next
told
question.
me that.
All right.
That was false.
It's not false.
That was a false statement.
That's a
Here's
lie.
another question. In 10 years, where do you hope to see
jeez.
me in my life?
Rich on Dogecoin.
All right, what about Austin? That was a quick answer. Go.
You in 10 years, I see you with another son. You-
Boy.
two
Axel.
boys, Axel.
Y'all
Yep.
heard it right here. It's
Axel.
going to be Axel Kirshner.
What if it's a girl? How can you change that into a girl? Axie.
Yeah, Axel.
But I know
Accidental.
It won't be accidental. I can tell you that now. Now I
It-
can't
it
use that
won't-
name.
it won't be in the next 12 months either that she's pregnant
All right.
because
Get to it.
he lost a bet.
So you see me having another kid. All right, what about Austin?
I see you having another kid and owning your own business.
All right, what about Austin?
I see Austin as an entrepreneur who's going to have his fingers into all different things.
No kids? I guess you got to start with a girl. What about a girl? You see a girl in his life?
Yes, I do. I see him married
Oh, wow.
in 10
Is
years.
this like fortune telling right now?
Maybe.
This
It's
is like-
just coming out. I don't know where it's coming from, but I see him married, but I see him
What the heck
trying
are we doing here? All right,
all
we're done.
different
Next.
things.
Next
All
question.
different things.
All right, that's gonna
Next
get weird.
question. Please
Here's
coordinate this fucking podcast.
Hey, I'm in charge. You need to calm
Yeah,
down.
that's what I'm
over there.
saying. Take
You need to
charge.
Calm down. All right, what is a beauty trick you swear by?
Oh, what? A
It's
beauty
just a-
trick?
Yeah, it's just a little,
Like a lot of makeup
it's
or
just
like
a little like comedy question.
All right, well, I'll answer with the comedy. What? Say it again.
What is a beauty trick you swear by?
Shaving my mustache and beard.
Oh,
boy.
that's
There
probably
you
a good
go.
one for all you women out there. Make sure the stashes are clean.
It's been several occasions when Austin says my stash is darker than his.
Usually get from a certain angle you can see it.
So you're going to want to take care of that daily.
All right, I got two more for you, I think, unless I find other ones. If you could change anything about the world, what would it be?
That everyone had positive energy. There would be no negativity in the world.
Gotcha. I like that. Any thoughts on that one, AK?
Some deep thoughts, but yeah, keep going.
What is the truest thing that you know?
The truest thing?
Yep.
Like that's pretty general.
Yeah, what's the truest thing you know? Like, what do you know 100% that is 100% true throughout your whole life? Like,
That she's a woman.
that's one thing, I guess. I guess that's one thing.
Say it again. Oh my God.
What is the truest thing that you know?
Okay.
I guess what is
Well-
one thing that you've learned throughout life that you know is 100% true?
What is concrete in your life?
that
It could be something that you stand by, I guess.
yeah. Everybody, what I believe is true is everybody was born and that there's a reason why we're all here.
Good answer.
Yeah. Cool.
Austin's ready for his question.
No, no.
Let me see if there's
Just
any
chilling
more
over here. I think this is good. I like this. Very well put, Dylan. How long would it take you to organize this?
5
Dude, I
seconds.
literally
You
just
Googled
figured
it.
this out an hour before I got here,
Yeah.
bro. I was like thinking at work all day today. I'm like, well, what are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna talk about?
And it's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there will be Mother's Day when this comes out.
And these are all questions that anybody listens to. They can ask their mommy all these questions, and they can learn a little bit more about their mom.
What if their mom is passed or they don't have one in their life?
Then ask somebody else's mom.
So what's the definition of a mom?
Somebody that you came out of their freaking, you know what? U-Haul?
You.
So that there's
I actually said the
there's-
word that was bleeped out. Austin has some kind of weird crap on his computer system.
There's other definitions of a mother.
A U-Haul? Other terminology for U-Hauls.
All right.
Stop bleeping it out, bro.
The
You
You didn't even fix that thing. It's a vagina. See, you won't even let me say it.
I'm. All right.
That-
Seriously,
definition-
though, what is the
definition of a mom.
definition of a mom?
Do you want me to
Because
search it?
you could
I'll
have a
search it.
mom.
In the meanwhile, what's your concrete thing that you live by or whatever?
We already
question
did
was?
We already answered that.
What was it? I must have not been here.
You were
It was
worried.
everybody's here on this world for a reason.
What do you want me to look up?
What's
The
the definition of a
mother.
mom?
What's a mom?
Yeah.
Can't
I'm
wait
pretty
to-
sure you're gonna get something
Yeah,
like.
I can't wait to see
your-
what this one is.
Yeah, but some people don't. Some people don't acknowledge their birth mother as their
It's
mother.
a noun. One's mother. My mom gave us each a slice of pizza. That's
Look
a-
up mother. That's
a way to
ridiculous.
What is the definition of a mother? It's a female parent. She's the mother of three small child. A woman in authority, specifically the superior of religious community of women. Mother treat. Okay, now it's getting
That's
yeah.
Mother Teresa.
Let's
So
keep
a
going
mother,
down.
a mother doesn't have to be someone that gave birth to
So what's
It's
what
the
does
Somebody
the,
of
parent-
authority
you.
of
It's
you.
the
what
parent
does the
that
term
takes over.
mom mean? A person's mother or one's mother? A term I don't know what that word is, used to refer to a woman or a girl who's admired. Obviously she has no kids, but she is such a mom. I don't know. Too many definitions.
So a
That
mother
last
does
one was
not,
probably the best one.
A mother does not have to be your birth mother. You can. People often say, "You're like my mom." Like when I'm at work, they call me their work mom,
Work mom.
and I clearly didn't have all
Because
those
you're
kids.
authority.
Because I have
Just like that
authority. I'm a
definition
woman,
said.
and I have authority,
Next.
and I'm the work mom.
So what we were going? Why we look that up again?
I don't know. I forget why we looked that up.
Something about bleeping something out or
Yeah,
something.
there's too many
Okay.
bleeps.
Yeah.
All right, I got questions for you.
No, you asked the question if their mother passed. Who are they
Oh,
supposed
yeah,
to
yeah,
ask?
gotcha.
And
Oh,
I
yeah,
said
yeah, yeah.
their mother may not. Doesn't
So
have to
your
be their
mom
mother
doesn't
that
have
passed.
to be biological mom.
What if
Right.
they don't have anybody else?
They have to have
We had a guest on this
somebody
podcast.
had to have come from somewhere. Okay, they had to have like a grandparent that looked up to, I guess. Somebody. There's got to be some kind of female
figure-
person that they looked up to.
There's somebody that was on our podcast that didn't have a female to look up to. She did.
Okay, maybe.
Okay,
did, I don't
and
know.
she passed. Okay, I get where you're coming from. But
because
she
most people think about like just like you lost Kyle or we lost Kyle on Mother's Day, people lose their mother.
people do.
You said go
yes.
ask them these questions to get to know them more, but what do you do if you don't have that mother?
You ask another woman that's in authority.
You don't even have to ask another woman.
You could just
ask
go through the
somebody
questions
that,
yourselves
yes.
and just think about all the memories you had. And
or you speak to someone who could answer that
Yeah.
for them,
yeah,
for
ask,
your mother.
have somebody that could ask you those questions for
All right,
your
we
mom.
got it.
Or you could ask them if they were like if their spouse is still alive, like what did mom do? What
Yeah,
did
yeah,
mom
All right,
have?
here we go.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
about to
yeah,
ask
yeah.
Austin questions
Okay.
about mom.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
Here we
oh,
go.
gosh.
This
Here we
is
go.
your answer.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
All right. What is
Wait,
Wait, he's
you have to answer the same question.
I don't-
hold on.
Yeah.
I'm taking control of this podcast,
Okay.
bro.
Well, I got
And
questions for
I
you.
can already tell you I'm setting myself up for Father's Day, so you better stop.
You're a father.
I mean, I have a son. Does that make me a father?
Where's your daughter at right now? It's kind of worrying me.
She's somewhere.
I'm being a bad father right now.
He doesn't know where his daughter is.
Just listen for something to fall over you. You'll know where she's at.
Okay, so is this question still for me?
This is for Austin now.
Oh, am I done?
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
Okay.
What is something mommy always says to you?
Okay, bye.
That is literally like the first thing that came to mind.
Really?
Yeah, because I just told her about it the other day.
No. You know what she really does? When you say, all right, I'll talk to you later, and she already said, what'd she say? Bye. And then she double says, she says bye double.
Bye. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Or she'll say, see ya, and then you'll be like, all right, see you later. And she'll be like, okay, bye. Like she
It's
already said it.
so quick.
Yeah.
And she says it every time. And I told her about the one time before I ended a conversation. It was literally at the end of a conversation. She said, okay, bye. And right before I hung up, I said, wait. I said,
He did.
Did
do
you catch her?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I said, do you realize
I said,
that
wait.
you say, I did. I literally said, wait.
I said, wait.
I did ask her.
I was turning the corner on George Street. I remember.
I got you, bro. I'm just mocking you.
So I told her, I said, do you realize you say that so fast? And I said, I'm pretty sure I said something about it's because you're a salesperson. Like you say that to everybody. You said it's just a habit. I don't realize I said.
Sounds like you're in a rush.
Actually, I said it, and you're like, I do say that. And
Yeah, I
was
didn't
like,
realize,
yeah,
but now I'm
you say
conscious
it.
of
Okay,
it.
bye.
Every time. so the point of this story is every time after I told her that, she tried to say after I already called her on it. She tried to say,
Okay, bye.
She went, okay, and then she started laughing and she said, bye.
I'm aware of it.
But
I'm
that's one
self-aware.
thing. That's one thing that, yeah, that's the first thing that popped in my head. So
Yeah, me too.
We'll go with that unless I think of something else.
All right. What makes your mommy happy?
I think helping other people. That's why she's involved. She likes doing this.
I agree.
Helping the homeless. She's on a lot of different boards.
So just helping people in general.
Yeah, she's always out there trying to help people. She don't ever think about herself though. She don't ever give time to herself.
That's not true.
Maybe one day.
One day.
It's not true.
You
I
want
was-
All right. This podcast's over. Okay,
I
bye.
set a goal. I set a goal last weekend to spend the whole weekend just worrying about me doing me. Didn't happen.
why?
Wait, last weekend? That's because Chase showed up.
Chase, Tori, Dylan, we had a
And her
sleepover.
least favorite son showed up.
Oh,
Nope.
shit.
We had a sleepover from Friday to Sunday night. It was awesome.
Yep, I'm sure many people were jealous of you. Not because you got to spend time with me or Tori, but you know.
Okay, next question.
All right. How does your mommy make you laugh? Tough questions, huh?
These are easy for me to answer.
These are questions that
Okay. Like
this
okay.
goes back to what you had your answer your question to me was what if they don't have this is what you can do.
Literally ask yourself these questions.
Yeah, you can ask yourself these questions. You can ask another sibling.
She never really like makes me laugh unless we're talking about something, but I do know she gets everybody on this is when we used to live in a house. Even when we were pissed off, she would look at you and say, "Don't smile.
your face will crack.
Your face will crack." And every fucking time.
Did you smile every
Yes.
fucking time?
Yeah.
It made you even more angry.
Yeah. Piss you off.
Yep.
But you smiled.
Yeah. So there's my answer for that one. Next.
Let me see what else we got here. Are these the questions you found?
No.
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 If your mommy becomes famous,
Why does it have to be mommy?
Because
He's mocking me and you.
no, that's how it's in here.
Okay.
If your mommy becomes,
These are for like a little kid.
you're the little kid.
Okay. I can do that for
If
a
your
minute.
mommy becomes famous, what will it be for?
Helping other people.
Okay.
Yeah, but be more.
She'll be
That's
she
generalized.
She won't be famous. She'll be like she'll be famous without even knowing she's famous. Cuz it's just what she does.
What's that?
You see what I'm saying?
I don't
So
understand.
she's not going to become she won't look at herself as famous for doing it because she just does it. That's her lifestyle.
She loves to do it.
yeah.
It's like
So,
a hobby.
Yeah.
So people will know me, but I won't realize that they know me.
You'll realize it, but you won't consider yourself famous.
So when you label yourself, you won't ever label yourself as famous and act differently. You're just going to be who you are, and you're going to become. I don't like the word famous, but you're going to become known for what you're doing, and that's who you're going to be.
Okay.
and you're just gonna continue what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is your mommy not very good at?
Answering her fucking.
I knew that was coming.
I'm getting better.
Are you?
Yes.
No, you're not. I just called you twice yesterday.
Okay.
Explain to me. Are you at work? Are you in the office? Or are you at the house?
I'm at the office.
100% of the time?
100% Monday through Thursday in the office in meetings.
In meetings all day.
Pretty much all
Do you
day.
carry your phone with you?
I do not. If I'm at my office desk, it's laying
I
on
would
my
ask
desk.
you what happens in an emergency, but I already know that firsthand. They just don't answer the phone. So
I
you gotta-
literally
So you just gotta tell the
No,
people at the
that's
hospital
not
you're wrong,
true.
social security number and shit, because you don't know what the fuck you're supposed to say.
That's not true. I leave my phone on my desk.
I'm bleeding out here, but my mom
But
won't answer, so
I
I'm not
leave
just gonna
the
give you a
ringer on.
false number.
I leave the ringer on. I did it the
You
other
should
day.
just say 911.
And somebody answers it for me at my desk.
Okay, continue.
All right.
But I called you the other night and you didn't answer, and then
'Cause
I
I was-
text you and
I
you
was-
didn't answer, and then the next morning I
'Cause I was-
text you and
I was
said, "Are
busy.
you okay?"
He's busy.
So you don't answer either.
Yeah,
I-
what kind of questions that? You don't talk to your kid doesn't respond to you, and you say, "Are you okay?"
because you normally
Through a
answer.
text message.
You normally answer, or you text me or call me back, and you didn't do any of it. So I'm like, "Are you okay?" Now, if you wouldn't have answered me, thank you for
She
saying
probably would've been
yes.
driving over here.
I would have been freaking out. I already called your dad and said, "Is Austin's truck in the driveway?"
Well, I freak out because you don't answer your phone ever. So
You never come looking for me, so you're not that freaked out.
Because you
know.
never answer your
I
phone.
don't know
It's
where
a
to
norm.
find you.
It's norm.
are you at your house or are you in the fucking office? Okay, next.
All right.
We're 40 minutes in, by the way.
What makes you proud of your mommy?
What makes me proud
Yeah.
of my mom?
Yeah.
That's a hard question for me to comprehend.
Like what?
Dylan's gonna explain he's being a jackass, and you're gonna try to explain
What makes
it
me
to
proud?
him.
Yeah. What does she do that makes you proud? Besides help people.
We'll have to come back to that one because I
Alright.
can't really think of anything.
I
off
don't
the top
make
of my
you
question.
proud.
Like with what? Like that's
She makes you dinner. She orders you pizza.
No, he's not
okay.
proud of me.
I'm proud that she's got me to where I am today with like everything in my life,
All right.
like all the learning lessons and everything.
Good answer. All right.
Do you want me to get more detailed or what?
That's up to her.
I don't
Do
know.
you want more
were
answers to that?
coaching. He had to coach you.
Do you want more answers to that one?
No, I think he knows. I think people know.
Yeah, she's good, bro.
Okay, yeah, continue.
All right. Here's a funny one. If your mommy was a cartoon character, who would she be? Little Debbie is not a cartoon character.
That is wrong.
What, Little Debbie's the tasty cake thing or some shit?
That is wrong. That's the Swiss roll.
Sorry.
That was wrong.
Why are you laughing if it was wrong?
Because that was hysterical.
That was sick. Why would you say something like that, Austin?
That wasn't me.
You're horrible, dude. She's about to choke on her water
that
there.
just came right out.
A cartoon
Looks
character.
like she dipped a Swiss roll in her water. It's brown. All right. Go ahead.
Cartoon character. I can't think of names from cartoon. I don't even know. Like,
Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Popeye. I'm naming all these dudes. Prince.
I don't really like remember.
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
I
that's what
never
was
really
gonna
like watch cartoons. I was just
The Roadrunner. Beep,
say.
beep.
dude. That is a good one.
You don't.
She's literally on the go nonstop.
All right, there you go.
Doesn't even have time to answer the phone.
Roadrunner. There
Phone
you go.
rings. Phone rings. Beep beep. Zoom. Gone.
Winnie the Pooh.
I don't watch.
I don't even know if she stops for the phone ring. I think she just keeps going.
She's like Tasmanian.
Devil. Tears it up.
No, I don't know. I don't really watch too many cartoons other than Curious George a little bit earlier.
All right, get to the end here. Let me see what else we got. Here's one. How do you know your mommy loves you? Don't think too hard.
Okay, bye.
That's just like everything she does. The fact that she takes the time out to.
I wouldn't say that. You just complain about how she doesn't answer her phone. That's not.
I'm
showing
talking about when we do talk.
Okay.
To sit and listen, even though half the time she wants to talk about herself.
You just got done saying
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
said
selfish.
she's not selfish.
You're contradicting yourself.
But you do listen.
I do listen. I learned from you.
You listen when I have stuff to. When you give me time to give me stuff to talk about. Am I contradicting myself?
I know
No.
what you're
I'm saying when you actually listen, you listen.
You're talking in different contexts.
No, I know what he's saying.
Yeah, I got him.
I do listen.
What was the question again?
How do I know? How do you know I love you?
That's just like everything she does.
Just
To,
the fact
to
that
get
just
to
the
get
fact
me to this point
just,
where I am in my life. That's
just
like
the fact that she takes care of you and
Yeah, like,
that you are where
growing
you're at.
up my whole life, the whole childhood thing. Like you said earlier in the earlier podcast, you said that we literally have to rely on our parents, even though we're left in tornadoes half the time. But
You said that in
We
a
literally
previous
have to-
podcast. Chase needs you.
Yeah.
He can't survive without you.
Correct.
that right there,
So you survived.
she had enough
You made
love. She had enough love to get us to the point where we could stand on our own 2 feet.
That was probably a little after a 1 year old.
You were a little slow, so you might have been 2 or 3
Really?
before you started.
We weren't
walking.
You
slow.
gonna diss us like that?
We just didn't have enough time to develop. You were rushing things. Like, what's that cartoon character? Zoom.
The Roadrunner.
We probably had questions. She just didn't answer them.
I got some questions for
I
you.
got one last one. What do you wish for your mommy?
I think she is already doing it. She's trying to find her true happiness.
So you wish that she finds.
Just be happy.
All right. She doesn't look like she's too happy.
I mean, that's the thing in life. You just wanna get to the point where you're just happy,
So that's,
living
that's
living in the present, not worrying about things.
it's everybody's goal.
Yeah, I wish that for everybody.
All right. Good talk.
I
You
got
can't
que-
have questions for me. I'm in charge of this podcast.
I got questions for you.
Okay.
I got no answers for you.
What is her full name, maiden name?
Catherine Ann Snyder.
Okay. What city
Was that
she-
right?
Yep.
What city was mommy born in?
City.
What state was mommy born in?
Pennsylvania.
True or false?
True.
What city?
York.
True.
Oh. How many siblings does mom have?
2.
Had 3.
Yep.
Oh, you didn't know that, did you?
I do remember that from the podcast.
Oh,
now.
yeah, see. How old is mom?
Now we're gonna say this on the podcast. You just said you want me to be happy. Now you're gonna
She
tell people
is.
how old I am.
What's it?
You're-
I'm just trying to find out if he knows.
49.
Get going. You know I'm over 50. Don't try to be nice about it.
You're only,
25.
you're only as old as you feel.
Dude, somebody asked me my age the other day at work. and
What
I
are
was-
we, 27 to 28?
I was like 27 or 28. That's what I said to you, dude. I was like, I don't know.
I literally said the same thing.
Like
the
I
other day.
and then I was thinking, I'm like, I don't even feel dumb answering it like that because to me, age is literally just a number, and I don't feel any different when I
20
change a freaking number.
Listen.
It's just a number. Like
We're-
I could say I'm 35 and not feel different.
We're 27.
27?
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was 28.
I'm
No.
thinking you're 28.
Let's do the math, guys. 1993.
2021 minus 1993.
What is it?
Yeah,
What did you just say?
2021.
Oh.
Gosh,
Do it.
2021 is 11 years from 2000 and then plus 7. So we are 28.
You're 28.
No.
Because in January.
28, bro.
Shit.
You're 28.
Yeah, see, you didn't even know.
27 or 28.
That's a whole year of your life you didn't even know you had.
Well,
There
I'm
it's
not.
going.
I'm not. I'm 52.
All right, 52. How old were you when you had us?
What's, yeah. 1993.
How old were you?
24.
So about the same age Tori had Chase.
What is mom's favorite color? I don't even know this one.
That would be.
If I had to guess, purple.
No.
I was gonna guess that, but I think it's green.
No. It's yellow.
Shit. Is this our mom?
We should have known by
I
Grammy's
knew
car,
I-
dude.
I knew I was adopted.
Luana had a yellow car.
Yeah, yellow is my favorite color.
The little yellow rocket.
What is mom's favorite store to shop at?
Obviously, it's a grocery store. Sam's.
Yep. I love Sam's.
Why?
Because
They
you
got
can
the
buy
best
everything
cake.
there,
You
dude.
got the best cake
Really?
at Sam's. Yeah.
That was one of my questions. What's your mom's favorite food? But everybody knows the answer, so I didn't
Is
ask
mom allergic to anything
it. No.
Are
No.
you?
No.
that you know of
Oh,
yet?
I am. That's a lie. But it was never confirmed. The seeds of strawberries. I can only
Really?
eat so many, then I get a rash.
That's not because the strawberries have acid in it.
No, it's the actual seeds that are on
I don't
the
think it's
outside.
acidic.
That's
I
a
know
big word
people.
for you.
Some people eat tomatoes. It's the acidic in it.
I love this big word you're using. Can you spell it?
What big word?
Acidic.
ACIDITIC.
What word?
I don't know.
ACIDIC.
Okay, we're not doing spelling bee here. Keep
Okay.
going.
Which version did you want? Speech class version or now version? What? Which famous person would mom like to meet most? I know this one. Not slightly famous.
Villanova coach.
Yeah. Okay. Putting that one out there.
He's famous.
What has been mom's favorite family vacation?
Florida trip.
Which one?
All of them.
The one with Kyle, the one we weren't there. What is
Oh, Excuse me?
Yeah.
what
favorite
color
child.
is mom's toothbrush? Pink.
I was just in there.
Yeah. You had a sleepover. What is it?
Pink.
I don't know if that was her toothbrush.
Oh yeah.
All right, keep going.
What was it?
It was a.
Was it a battery operated
It
toothbrush?
was a bleep. It just bleeped it out. I can't say it. It won't let
Was
me.
it a battery
was
operated
a bleep.
toothbrush?
It bleeped it out. Your system's bleeping it out again. I can't say
Oh
it.
shit.
Battery operated toothbrushes are best for your gums.
Yep.
Ask your dentist.
Okay, keep going.
What sport is your mom best at?
It has to be basketball because she played basketball.
Yep. I taught you everything
No,
you
you
know.
don't. Dad says the same thing.
What phrase does mom say the most?
Okay, bye.
No.
Oh, I know.
You're thinking about it too. You don't even know.
Yeah,
She-
huh?
On the podcast,
Oh.
she says like a lot.
No, it's not that. It's kudos to you.
Yeah.
Because I hate when she says that.
Kudos. Or that's interesting. I always say that on the podcast. Oh, that's interesting.
That's interesting.
What is mom really good at?
Her job. Selling.
Communicating with people.
Yep.
What does mom like to do when she's alone?
I would say go to the gym. I'll keep my mind out.
Keep
of
it
it,
PG.
like you guys.
keeping it
and-
PG, yeah?
Yeah, he's a
Thank
PG.
you.
What's mom's favorite TV show?
Days of Our Lives.
Is that true?
100%, dude. She watched it all the time. She had a VCR.
I used to
tape.
watch it and I
Okay,
used to
okay.
tape it, but now I like
Where'd-
Chicago. Police, med, and fire.
I've seen that a couple
Where did you
times.
get your name Catherine from?
Catherine the Great. I don't know.
Where did my name come from?
You came from Days of Our Lives.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I brought this up.
and Dylan
The
came.
Austin dude, the best looking dude on the fucking show.
2190. Who is it?
No, you were on 90210.
No, 102.
Dylan.
Crazy story. Tori's name came from there too.
Dylan and Tori.
What?
Dylan didn't date Tori on that show,
Is there
though.
a Chase and Penny on there too?
It might be.
Chasing a penny.
We can Photoshop them in.
Yes, that's true.
Well, that's all I got. What about you? You got any questions for us?
No.
You don't have any questions.
No. Can't think of any.
Austin's looking up more. Was this not a great idea or
Yeah,
what?
this was an awesome idea.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
awesome,
for
'cause
Mother's Day, yes.
It's not just for us, it's for everybody.
Yes. But before we end this and say, okay, bye, like, we want to wish, I'll speak for all of us.
Do you want to be buried or cremated?
What kind of question
What?
is that, bro?
It came up. There's a question to ask you. Oh shit! Sorry. Questions to ask your parents before they die.
I guess you ought to know that.
That's another.
Yeah, we need to
podcast.
put
I
that
guess-
on audio so we know.
I guess
What do
we
you
ought
want?
to know
What
that.
do you want?
So we know. We gotta know that.
Give us a breakdown. What you want your funeral to be like?
Oh my god.
We're not doing this.
We're not doing that right now.
silver plated.
No, I want to be
500
cremated, and I
pound
don't.
Where are
want,
we putting
I don't
it?
want you to spend
Where are we
all that
putting it?
money.
Yeah, is that all in your?
That's all we need to know.
That's all in her will, isn't it?
We'll get a backhoe from work.
You have a will?
No, I don't now.
You better
I
get
will.
one.
Yeah, well, those are some things that we gotta go.
I'm
through.
giving all my stuff away while I'm alive, aka my house. We'll talk about that later. I don't care. I can be cremated. I think it's crazy to spend that kind of money to bury someone. I want to be buried. I do want to be buried though, but I don't need a full casket or any of that.
Okay,
I got a last question before we end this.
go for it. Is this for me or her?
Her.
Okay.
Before we started this, Dylan brought up the topic Mother's Day, and you got emotional. You said, "I hate Mother's Day." Why?
I was just asked that question last night. I don't know why.
By who?
By another mother.
Did you always hate Mother's Day?
No.
So it was an event that happened in your life that you don't like Mother's Day. Can we switch that?
Like,
Yes.
what
So
what
I'm
about it?
trying. I don't understand why I get emotional. It's not that I hate the day. I don't hate the day because I think mothers deserve Mother's Day and fathers deserve Father's Day. I just don't.
I don't believe in Mother's Day or Father's Day because I believe.
Where did it originate from?
I'm not
That'd
sure.
be my question.
I can
look
look
it up.
We'll have to
But
look that
Look
up.
it up
Continue on what you were going to say first.
because that'd be good to put
Why
on
do
here.
you not like Mother's Day?
I think originally it was because I felt like a failure as a mother.
Mike.
I felt like a failure as a mother when Kyle passed, so I don't want to honor Mother's Day. But since then, I've learned it's not my fault. But
But I feel like you still take the
I s-
blame.
I don't know that I take the blame. I don't take the blame like I used to, but it still bothers me.
It's literally it's not your
I don't understand because I'm not a parent.
it's
so
not your fault that it happened. Like I was literally just talking to a guy at work about this today, and he
she
said,
knows that.
"Yeah," and I'm just saying. He said to me, he's like, "All you can do is raise your kid with respect and give him all the tools he needs throughout life, and then he gets to a point where he makes his own decisions, and you just hope for the best.
Yeah,
That's
but-
all
Yep.
you can do."
Yep.
Do you feel like you gave him the tools?
I gave Kyle the tools.
At,
She
the,
gave-
at that time and
she
moment,
gave
you
us the
did the
same
best
stuff.
you could.
She-
In that time frame and in that moment, those days before it happened, you did the best you could with what you knew and your knowledge. And you gave us and him the life that you thought he needed with the knowledge based at that time. So now you can't really answer that question that I just asked because you knew what you thought was best at that time.
Right, and you just helped me
Now-
understand why Mother's Day is hard for me. I don't blame myself anymore for what he did. He made that choice. I blame myself for being uneducated. Like I blame myself for not seeing the signs.
But
He
you
made the
can't-
choice.
You can't do that though because
But
You
through
weren't
this whole
aware of it.
thing, I
Exactly.
wasn't aware, but maybe I should have been. Like, because people talk about it and it's the stigma. I never thought I was one of those parents who thought I don't really need to know any of this stuff.
That's not
because
my kid, is the phrase.
I never said it was not my kid.
he's not saying, he's just saying generalized
yeah,
statement.
but you know what I mean? So he made that choice that day that he did what he did. Like that was him making that choice. But could I have been more educated? And that's why this is passionate
But that
to
goes
me
back
because
to what if though.
I know the what ifs, but it was out there. I mean, he did marijuana. Did I not? Like I question him sometimes. I didn't know the signs, but should I have known the signs?
you like I said, you did what you thought was best with the knowledge and information you had at hand in those given moments.
Right.
You did your best. You did what you thought was right, and that's all that matters. You can't look at it now and say,
What if?
what if I would have been educated? Should I have been more educated? So if you can get past that, maybe that will help you with Mother's Day. And before I go there, on my opinion on Mother's Day, it originated Anne Jarvis of Philadelphia, whose mother had organized women's groups to promote friendship and health. Originated Mother's Day on May 12th, 1907. She held a memorial service at her late mother's church in Grafton.
So that chick made it.
There's more to it.
She came up the day.
That's what this is telling me. So
it's just a special day to
But-
recognize mothers.
this is why I don't like holidays, because we
Should celebrate moms
we
all the time.
amplify mothers and fathers on a given day. That should be every day. Why is it just one day?
That's just like your
Christmas
anniversary.
or Thanksgiving or like all those days. You should be thankful every day. Don't just be thankful on Thanksgiving. Like going to church on Sunday. You should be having a relationship throughout the week, not just on Sundays. So
Not everybody's like that.
what I'm saying
But I
is,
see what you're saying.
don't just amplify Mother's Day or Father's Day on that day. It should be every day. You should be thankful and appreciate your mom or your dad if you still have them
Or even if you
every
don't.
day.
If you have a society that looks at special days, I mean, why do we get emotion? Why do we do anniversaries of deaths? Oh, it's been 7 years since Kyle passed. Why do we do that?
But if
Why
we flip
on that
if
day-
we flip that and say
Why on that day?
it's been 7 years, instead of saying it's been 7 years since he's passed, it's 1 year closer to meeting.
Right, and that's what I started saying. I read that Tori did that 1 year on the Facebook.
That one video.
Yeah, when she says I'm 1 day closer to seeing you. So every night when you go to bed, you can literally say I'm 1 day closer to seeing whoever.
But that doesn't mean you need to wish your life away.
No, you don't wish, but you're getting closer. If you think about it, you're getting
Yeah.
closer to that day. You don't.
I told you guys this a long time ago.
Yes.
And I said, I look at it like a Christmas morning. It's just a long time. It's like a long time till that Christmas morning shows up, where you're pumped to get up in the morning and you're like, all right, let's open these presents. Like, you're going to get to see them again. That's just
It's
how I look,
sooner
it's
than
just
later.
how I look at
but
it.
it's sooner than later. I
But-
mean, think Chase is 4 months old already.
Time's flying.
I don't
I
want
mean,
to go
time
too far off
flies.
topic. So why you kind of explain why you don't like Mother's Day? Because you said you weren't educated. You thought you could.
Well,
have been
before
more.
I blame myself, and now I don't blame myself that he died. I blame myself for not being educated on it, and it's stupid because I didn't know what I didn't know until I knew it.
But the fact that you said that and the circumstance that you've been through, it happened for a reason. Because now you're bringing awareness to parents that we're just like
Well,
you.
now we go back to that Bruce thing. I
That
hate when
we're-
people say everything happens for a reason. I used to hate that. I believe that now. So Kyle's at peace.
Amen.
Kyle's at peace, and I'm living
Hallelujah.
through him. He's living through me
Praise the Lord.
doing this stuff. Like, honestly, you're right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. He's
So-
with me through this whole thing. Like, I'm taking off. I'm in different organizations. This group is
anybody can look at a death and think and put themselves in a bad spot by saying, oh, it was my fault, I wasn't
at the
educated.
negative.
Yeah, it's easy to do that, but from what I hear, life is already fucking hard as it is. So why would you go down that path? Why would you carry more weight? That's just going to make life that much harder when you can say, hey, look, this happened for a reason. I'm going to make the best out of it. I'm going to teach other people, bring awareness.
Because some people struggle with finding the positive out of the negative.
Yeah, but I'm a positive
I'm trying to
person.
bring this awareness to the people, like not just you, because I know
Yep.
you're.
But
'cause-
you can have a bad day. You can
Yes,
be
yes.
a positive
I just saw
person
your
and have a
quote.
bad
I
day. I
just saw
put
your
that
quote.
on today because for this very reason, Mother's Day, I will struggle.
You can
But
still have negative thoughts as
I
long
will,
as it doesn't consume you.
I will be up the next day and be done with it.
But what I'm saying is, don't look at it as you can have the bad days, but just remember the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people that are out there that are struggling with their parents' death or whatnot, you're so quick to point the finger or take the blame yourself when there's a bigger picture to be seen that you're just not aware of, or you're not.
What's the bigger
You're not-
picture?
You
There's
gotta
a
find.
reason.
You gotta
You gotta
find
find
out.
it.
You gotta realize. And
I already-
another
I
thing
already
is,
know that.
you gotta realize, with everyone's life, there is a death.
Mhm.
It's just how the world works. You're gonna die one day, right?
Are you quoting somebody right now?
No,
No, that's a fact.
But
Everyone's gonna die.
but I did listen to that video I showed you. He talks about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the realest part of life. Like, you're gonna die one day, so why, like,
So
Yep.
do what you can do and not
Yeah.
worry about.
anyway, that's all I got to say.
No, it's true, and you can be the most positive person and have a bad day, and it doesn't mean she's negative today. You pick up your pieces. I'll get out of bed and I'll be fine. And to your point, people blame themselves. People blame others for their their moms passing away. Like, they blame other situations or dads.
uncles or aunts,
Yeah,
or
but
brothers
quite
or sisters.
yeah. But quite frankly,
Or dogs or cats?
That is
it's
true.
not anyone else's fault.
I just feel like sometimes even you take the fault when you don't have to.
That's fair.
Why do people do that though?
That's what I'm asking. I don't.
Because if you
why?
want to help people, you want to take their pain away from them. So if
Whose
you
pain are you taking away?
theirs,
They're dead.
well, in that situation, I'm talking about just in general. If you take accountability for someone else's mistakes, you do that because you don't want them. You want to take their pain away. In a death, you're blaming yourself for their mistakes so that people don't look at them as that weak person. It's not their fault. If I take the blame and say, if I could have helped Kyle, then it doesn't look like Kyle made a bad choice. To me, I'm blaming
Yeah,
me
you're shaking
for
your head,
his
but this
reason.
is how people think.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's not how you should think, but that's how people think.
But now I'm learning differently. Okay, so Sunday I'm going to get up and eat chocolate chip pancakes and cake and celebrate Mother's Day.
And that would be my fault because I brought this up. I'll take her pain away.
No, this
No,
was a
I-
good
yeah.
this was
Yeah, I
a great
appreciate you,
podcast,
Dylan, for,
Dylan, so
See what
thank
happens
you.
when Dylan shows up on the podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why don't you come more often?
I will if I get invited.
You're always invited.
Yep. But this was a good
I gotta
one.
know the times to be here. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, you'll be
What
here
do we got
soon.
coming up? What's our
We'll
what's
be
our
here soon.
what's our
You'll be
coming up
living
events
here.
here?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we should try it live.
Yeah, we doing feeding the homeless. What was that tomorrow? We doing that?
Yeah, I gotta cut some grass tomorrow.
I probably won't go tomorrow.
What about Sunday?
So, but feeding
Why,
the
you
homeless.
trying to feed some homeless?
That's a tough question to answer, bro.
That's a different podcast. So Mike was on Your Giving Helping
Can't
Hands.
ask somebody like that, man.
Is great. Just
Because
for
I
the
feel like if I say
listeners-
no, I'm a huge a-hole.
no, you're not.
Based off of what? Other people's opinions.
Yeah,
Yeah?
Hey, pappy.
but no, I several people have reached out, want to learn more about that Your Helping Giving Hands.
I think we should have somebody back on,
So we'll
talk
get
about the
yeah,
homeless more.
Yeah, we're gonna get the homeless.
Let's
is-
do it live.